when my dad went into business for himself, and he and Jean and Ian had moved up to someplace on the Hudson. I think it was Hudson on the Hudson or something like that. And I had lost contact with my dad and my brother, and I was really upset with Jean, and Jean had her own reasons for not wanting us to be visiting them in Hudson, because she didn't want her new friends to know that her husband had a family before her family. At least that was my understanding. And so for many years I was upset with my dad. Really didn't give a shit about him, to be honest with you. We were doing all right on our own, and I just felt like he abandoned us, and I blamed Jean for it, and I felt that my father had left us behind for his new family. And in the interim, I had lost this opportunity to have a brother. When my dad passed away, and Jean wrote when somebody dies, an obituary. And Jean wrote an obituary in the Hudson News or wherever she wrote it. And the survivors of Harry Arcus were, she only mentioned her family. And when my sister got a copy of this, I think from my Uncle Ben, my Elaine's dad, that my dad had passed away, and this obituary was written, my sister was very, very, very hurt that we were never even mentioned. And all my life growing up, my job was to take care of my sister. That's what my mother had instilled in me from the time my dad and my mother separated. You're the man of the house now, whether I was 6 years old or 16 years old, your responsibility is to make sure that your sister is taken care of. This obituary had hurt my sister really desperately. It didn't hurt me, but I was hurt that my sister was so hurt by it. And she deliberately wrote another obituary and included in the obituary that there are other children of Harry Arcus that are survivors of whatever they say in an obituary. I was now terribly, terribly angry at my father and at Jean for hurting my sister. And now Ian is a young man. Is he married? I think he's married. He's married, has a family. I missed all these years with my so-called brother. And he had come down to Florida once. Oh no, my sister had written a letter. Somehow, I don't recall how this happened. My sister had written a scathing letter to Jean that Ian had read and gotten a hold of. And he made it his business to get in touch with my sister. And when I met Ian again, he was a young man. And this gets to be very tough. Ian had a way about him of calming the waters, and he took something that was very hot in my heart. This is very, I don't know what you're going to do with this thing, but it's very tough. And he took the heat away, and very quickly what was hot became warm and then cool, and then I had my brother again. And then I met my brother's family. And we had a whole new family. Strangely enough, they were all brought up the same way. I'm talking about my family and their family. But unfortunately, because of what happened between my relationship with Jean and my father, who I, at that point, didn't like because of what he did, I lost a lot of years with my brother. That were made up at the end, but I didn't have them long enough. I don't know what you're going to do with this, but this is really, really not good. Tough. And then Ian died, and then I lost my brother again. I was never friendly with Michael, my other brother. I didn't like Susan because she reminded me of Jean. She was Jean reincarnated. I don't like Susan to this day. Don't know her. But I don't consider her a blood relative. I have no feeling for Susan at all. If she got hit by a car in the street, it wouldn't bother me one iota. Unfortunately, Michael and I were didn't feel like brothers. Completely different with Ian. And then my sister died a month after Ian. And here I am.
Still kicking.
Still kicking. Yeah. I don't know what you're going to do with this. This parts. Yeah. you can reduce it or remove it. Yeah. I really miss Ian, that's for sure. Just such a stupid waste of time. Can't understand why my father did what he did. But I guess, you start a new life with a new woman and a new family, and you want to fight with your wife, or you want to have a comfortable life, If you can continue seeing your old family, the legs are going to close. There ain't going to be any, so you're either going to have me or you're not going to have me. I guess he went for this and left us behind. Or he went for this and left us behind. That's the way I look at it. But the whole result of it is that I unfortunately didn't have Ian for so many years. And then it was a short-lived friendship. That's basically the story.